Hey Veronica, do you think you could stay a little late tonight? Just maybe like an hour or two?
Yeah, I don't mind. I could use the overtime.
I'm actually not authorized to pay overtime right now, so I was kind of hoping that you would come in late tomorrow or leave early.
Okay. Um, I'll just come in late Friday because I have an appointment anyway. So,
No, you wouldn't be able to come in late on Friday. Tomorrow's the only day that I could spare you.
okay. So then no, I can't stay.
No, but I'm sorry. You just said you could stay. So, are you gonna stay?
No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. That means that I'm inconveniencing myself and you guys are not having to meet me halfway. It has to be a mutual benefit in order for me to do this because if I'm staying later, that means that I'm getting home later. That means I'm sitting in more traffic. That means that my dog is waiting later to get walked and to eat. And it's just an overall inconvenience for me to stay later. I was willing to do it because I need the overtime. But if I'm not even getting that, coming in late or leaving early doesn't do anything for me. So I can pass. I can pass on that.
We're just all having to pitch in a little more around here, you know? I really appreciate it if you could stay.
And I understand that. And if you're that short staffed and that tight for people, I'm willing to stay for the overtime. If you need me that bad, then you're willing to pay. Otherwise, maybe you can do it. As a manager, isn't it your role to kind of step in when no one else is available?
Well, I'm salaried, so it really doesn't matter if I stay later. I can't really come in later, leave early another day. So it really just doesn't make sense for me to stay any later tonight. I hope that makes sense.
I'm sure it makes sense in your mind. But as a salaried employee, you make significantly more per hour if you were to break it down anyway than I do, even with overtime. So it makes more sense for you to stay than for me to stay since you're getting paid a lot more. I'll stay for the overtime. Otherwise,
Okay. I'll find someone else. Thank you.
yep, good luck. Hi, team. I just want to let you know that we have some updates. I know that we've been giving free bags for decades, but we're going to start charging for them. This is going to bring in some new revenue. So, yay. Are we excited? Yes. You have a question? Yeah. So, when we ran the numbers and we provided them to you, it actually showed that we were going to be losing 1.5 billion in revenue if we did that. So it doesn't, what happened? Yes, I did see that we're going to lose 1.5 billion, but we did the numbers and we're actually going to increase revenue by 1.2 billion. So that's a deficit of $300 million, though. So, where does it benefit us to do that? We don't have in flight entertainment. We don't have unlimited snacks. We also don't have a lot of things that the other legacy carriers have. The attraction was the free bags. So, where does that leave us? How are you calculating it? Because if you, what, how are you getting that number? If this is a serious question, I am subtracting the 1.5 billion in loss from the 1.2 billion in revenue, and I'm coming up with negative 300 million. So you're probably doing regular math. You got to do the common core and then carry the two underscore the five, and that's where you get that 1.2 billion in revenue. Okay, is not bad. So I'm not sure why you're saying that this is that we're going to be in a deficit. I guess my question is if we were attracting people with free bags and that was giving us, for example, $1.5 billion in revenue, and now we're losing that, but we're gaining 1.2 billion. It doesn't, you're still losing 300 million because you're charging for bags. You make more when people buy more plane tickets than you would when people don't buy plane tickets anymore because now they don't have their bags. Does that, did I answer your question? Okay, so we didn't hire you to be our accountant. So, just it's okay. We got this. Leave it to the leave it to the capitalists. Leave it to the pros. We got this. Thank you. I just wanted to let you know it goes effective at the end of May, and happy charging.
Team, I'd like to apologize that we're not able to continue with this meeting. I had the presentation on the agenda. Unfortunately, I haven't received it yet from Veronica. So what we're going to do is we're going to just postpone until I receive the email, hopefully within the next couple hours, and then I'll... Veronica, you're trying to share your screen? Yeah, I'd like to share my screen because I'd like to show you something. If it has something to do with the presentation, just go ahead and email it to me and we can discuss it. Well, that's why I would like to share my screen. Well, you were on a deadline for this presentation, and so do you have different questions? So what I was going to share my screen and show is that I sent that email 2 days ago and you opened it and you read it because I have the red receipt. No, that's highly inaccurate and extremely inappropriate actually on this meeting with other people, and it's recorded, and you're basically telling me that I received this email and ignored it. No, you were just... I also want to be respectful of everyone's time and not sit here and waste everyone else's time. No, you were just talking about how you couldn't show the presentation to the team because I hadn't sent it to you. So I wanted to clarify that I had sent it to you. You read it and maybe you just forgot or you deleted it, but this is not on me. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you that I did not receive it. I don't delete any emails. Hold on. I think I'm losing connection, guys. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so thank you so much for attending the meeting. I'll be sure to update you all on all the questions that you had. Does anyone have any other questions? Okay, perfect. Also, Veronica, I actually had a question about the report you were supposed to send over. Can you give me some updates on that? I haven't received it. I actually turned that into Jamie last week. She hasn't gotten it over to you? Let's go ahead and take that offline. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Hold on. Why do we need to take it offline? I would just prefer to have this conversation offline if that's... But no, you were prepared to call me out right now in front of everyone. So are you not calling Jamie out just because she's your team lead and you don't want it to look bad? Or why aren't you willing to ask her on camera the same way you were asking me? I would just prefer to take it offline. I don't want to make a big deal out of this. I'm not making a big deal out of it. I want to know why you were fully ready to call me out in front of the other 5 people in this meeting, but Jamie gets an offline conversation. Can we please take this offline? Okay, no, let's go ahead and take it offline. For future references, if you ever want to ask me about something that you think I haven't done, either start with it offline or we're having the whole conversation online with everyone else that you decided to bring it up in front of. Yeah, let's go offline. I think that's the best thing too.